Mike's little Dashie, an extended version. Rounding at about 3 feet tall, I believe Dashie is full grown. Though she's only 10 years old according to my math, I think she's about 14 or 15, so we celebrated 5 missed birthdays and eventually moving day. Yeah, moving day. We bought a house 100 miles away from the city for me, finally saving up enough money and also getting lucky at a casino. There's a bunch of open space and there's not another house within 5 miles. It's just me and her. Now she can fly around all she wants, whenever she wants. She's truly happy, but she does miss that old park. It's gone now, with everything else left in the area. A large business bought up the land, flattened it, and built a large factory there. It was an amazing boom to the economy, and people are starting to build homes again. I'm glad, but it just wasn't meant for us. Heck, that amount of people would hinder her going outside. I'm not going to force her to stay inside unless it's raining out. Anyway, I got a new job that pays a lot more than my old one. Dashie even talked about getting a job. But she remembered what I told her, and by the looks on her face, it was heartbreaking. Fortunately, I have a way to fix that. Due to the sheer size of the property, it involves a lot of cutting the grass. So tomorrow, I'll modify a lawnmower so she can have a job. I'll even pay her so she can buy her own stuff if she wants. In the show, she was a weather pony. I don't have her mess with Mother Nature unless it's a dire emergency, so there's not really much for her to do. But I still can't believe I've had her for 10 years now. My gosh. I wish time would slow down since it goes so fast so I could have more time with her. I don't know when, but I have the sudden feeling our time together is running out. All of this has been too good to be true. Today has to be the worst time of my life, even more than when my parents died. Due to events I was unprepared for, Dashie found out the truth before I could tell her myself. I remember walking in from work with some groceries, set them in the kitchen, and walked into the living room. That's when I saw it. My heart sank. I knew that episode.
How long? How long have you known about this? How long have you known about this?
I sat down, turned off the television, and told her everything. I told her about the show, finding her, and answered any other questions she wanted to know. After our argument, she flew upstairs to her room and slammed the door shut. An hour later, I went up to check on her, but no response told me she had flown off. I could only hope that she'd come back. Or at least if she doesn't and she stays away from any other human, the thing I have to say to her is, I'm sorry. I'm so, so sorry. It's been 3 days since Dashie left. The night of her departure, I had done something I hadn't done in a very long time. I went for a walk. I didn't know where I was going or how long I walked, but I only cared about finding her. It's 3 days later and I still haven't found her. I found a tree and I decided to sit underneath it while I'll go back into my mind and think about all the good times I had.
Good night, Daddy. I love you.
I'm sorry. I'm so, so sorry. I then heard a noise. I turned. I didn't see anything. Then I heard some footsteps. And then I saw her, sitting next to me, with teary eyes herself, Dashie.
I heard you. And I'm sorry too.
Dashie, you have nothing to be sorry about. This is my fault. Simple as that.
Dad, do, do you still love me?
Of course, Dashie. I've always loved you. I still love you, no matter what. Not even a small fight such as ours could ever change that. She returns the hug as we sit down and cry together. We continue to apologize, me for the truth and for her for raising her voice and storming out. Then she decided it's time for us to go back home. With some time, I'm sure she'll relax and realize that she's the actual thing, not that made up cartoon pony from the show. I just hope I can push her into believing that and hope that she'd do the same for me.